word to wise. Grass only greener when it's fertilized. Gave them truth in these songs, they prefer to lies. Destiny beautiful, adrift in her purple light.
Before we get started, it only takes 2 clicks to become one of Earth's mightiest subscribers. Click, click. What is up, Earth's mightiest subscribers? It's Ernie Blerd without fear. Welcome back to the channel. Okay, so in today's video, man, this was originally going to be the finale, the end, finito. But like Dusty Rhodes says, baby, it ain't ever over. It ain't ever gonna be over. Because we know that Scott Snyder and Jacques, they have added one more issue. There's a 7th issue to the Batman Who Laughs miniseries. So this, number 6, which honestly I'm gonna tell you right now, if they left it right here, ooh, if y'all done ended it here, you'd have been a No, they didn't end it here, and thank God they didn't, because this would have been a cliffhanger to end all cliffhangers. But before we get into all that, I do want to let you know that I am going to be, this weekend, I'm going to be at Brooklyn Comic-Con in Brooklyn, New York, at the Brooklyn Expo Center, June 15th and 16th. I will be touching down in Brooklyn this Friday. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be hanging out with Fantastic Frankie and Devontae from Alternative Factuals. I'm just going to be kicking it. We're going to be wilding out here in New York, because this is going to be my first time. I'm going to be popping my New York cherry. So I'm going to be coming in. It's just going to be mad wild. It's going to be great. And you know what? I can't wait for it. And I'm going to be looking forward to hanging out with some of you. I know some of Earth's mighty subscribers. I know y'all hail from New York. I know y'all are in Brooklyn too. So if you see me in Brooklyn Comic-Con, come holla at your boy. Don't forget, 15th, 16th, this weekend, you can see me. I will be doing some panels at Brooklyn Comic-Con. I'm going to be hanging it out, kicking it, all that good stuff. But without further ado, let's talk about some Batman Who Laughs number 6. Okay, so let's get on into it. I'm sorry I'm a little wacky, I'm a little zany, because that's exactly the mindset you gotta be in for this issue, because you gotta remember, Bruce has been infected by the Joker toxin from Joker in the very first issue, so he is turning into the Batman Who Laughs, and right now, he has less than 10% healthy blood cells left in his body to fight off the infection. So he is that much closer. He is coming ever closer to becoming the Batman Who Laughs, and we learn in this issue why Bruce Wayne went ahead and pulled the trigger on the Last Laugh protocol. He did it because he wasn't necessarily trying to stop the Batman Who Laughs. He was doing it to try and slow down the Grim Knight. You see, the Grim Knight, the Last Laugh protocol, what it's gonna do, it's gonna help them maintain control of Gotham's power grid, which is how the Grim Knight gets to do all his little things, how he has this little guano system he uses. It's like a nanomachine system that he uses to take control of electrical powered things. If Batman can slow down the Grim Knight, he stands a better chance of slowing down and stopping the Batman Who Laughs. And that's exactly why he did it last issue. So if you wanted to know why Batman was pulling some boy shit, that's why. Okay, so at the end of the day, this book, what it's talking about here is talking about transformation, it's talking about happiness, and it's also focusing on how Bruce Wayne has finally come up with a plan once and for all to stop the Batman Who Laughs. He's finally figured out, he knows exactly what he wants to do. He's figured out that the Batman Who Laughs is using dark metal. All the areas that the Batman Who Laughs has been bringing in these Bruces from the dark multiverse, he's been doing it in areas where dark metal is very prominent, where there's dark metal just concentrated in that area, and using Gotham's power grid to make it even easier. Because he now controls the power grid, he has now cut off the power from all the areas that have dark metal, and he's focusing all the power in the one place that has the highest concentration of dark metal in all of Gotham, Wayne Manor. Is that a surprise? I'm not surprised. I mean, are you surprised? I'm not surprised. And we know that Bruce is so much more confident now in his plan, because he even foils one of the Batman Who Laughs attempts to try and take down a Bruce from one of the other Dark Earths. And it's kind of funny because, you know, he talks about this throughout the issue, how, yes, Bruce is literally the worst Batman. He is the absolute worst Batman. All of these other Batmen are so much happier across the dark multiverse and the multiverse as a whole than this Batman, than Earth Prime Batman. He's like, you are literally the worst. All of these people, they're so much happier than you. They are living their best life, literally living their best life, and you're sitting here just moping all the time. You're miserable. He even begs the question, have you even thought to ask why they are so much happier than you? Why they are actually doing so much better than you. And one of these Bruces from the Dark Multiverse, the one that the Batman Who Laughs is trying to take out, this is a Bruce Wayne who has literally done the thing that people always joke about that Batman should do, you know, like instead of putting on a costume and going out and beating the shit out of criminals until they're brain dead, why don't you put that money where your mouth is and actually do something about criminal justice, do something about mental health, help the police force, do something about public education, do things that actually help the city. And it, oddly enough, it just so happens that's what this Bruce Wayne did, and that's why they call him the Batman. Not because he goes out and fights crime, but because he buys all things Batman. This series is full of little jokes, like little there's one later, man, you wait. But anyways, Bruce has found a way to kind of get one up on the Batman Who Laughs, and he takes this Bruce off the table so that the Batman Who Laughs can't take him down, because he knows that he only needs one more Bruce. That's all he needs, and then he has his 6 canisters. And this is how Bruce is able to bait the Batman Who Laughs into coming to Wayne Manor to fall into his trap. Now, before we get into the trap, I want to talk about something else that's going on here, because this series, as much as it talks about Bruce Wayne and Batman and the dynamic between the two, and the dynamic between them and the Batman Who Laughs, there's also a lot of commentary on James Gordon Jr. and Jim Gordon's relationship. And of course, Batman has tasked them with going after the Grim Knight, and he even opens up the Batman Armory, and we get to see a blast from the past that is technically a glimpse of the future. And it's really cool. We get to see a moment where James Gordon Jr. and Commissioner Gordon pull up on the Grim Knight wearing none other than prototype Batman Beyond suits. And we even get a shot of the Grim Knight even saying, oh, these are some pretty cool suits. But the thing is he knows every single piece of tech that the Batman of this earth has ever used and will use. And he says even his most advanced tech isn't beyond him.
And I thought my jokes were bad.
I'm sorry. But that's the thing, the Grim Knight is able to use his guano system to effectively shut down the Batman Beyond suits, and it's here that we get to see the commentary between James Gordon Jr. and Commissioner Gordon, because throughout this book, James Gordon Jr. is trying to explain to Jim that he wants to continue the program that's helping him get better. It's turning him to a person who he really isn't, and it's a struggle for him to get past this, this sociopathy that he has because of the time he spent working with Batman during this mini-series, the time he spent getting closer to his own father. He now wants to go all in with it. He even admits he thought about getting rid of the pills that were going to help him, but the thing is, the commish ain't hearing it. He honestly he's too hurt, the wounds are too fresh, and he is scared to trust his own son again. And he tells him that, yes, once this is all over, you are going back to jail, but I'm going to make it as comfortable as humanly possible for you. But yeah, at the end of the day, I can't trust you. And it's this moment when they're fighting against the Grim Knight that Commissioner Gordon has to make peace with the idea that, yes, I have to trust my son. And when the Grim Knight gets the one up on Commissioner Gordon, the only person he can rely on is James Gordon Jr. But the thing is, will James Gordon Jr. help him? Because during this battle, the Grim Knight even tells Commissioner Gordon, yeah, you think you're gonna stop me by working together? You didn't even work together on your previous Earth. Matter of fact, your war against me on my Earth completely shut out James Gordon Jr. You forgot about him. He was left to rot in prison and ended up hanging himself. You cared more about stopping the Grim Knight than you did saving your own son. And James Gordon Jr., he hears all this, and of course, granted, yeah, it's another Earth, and you can rationalize it, yeah, this is not, his father and that father are not the same person, but the thing is, when James Gordon Jr. gets up, and he pulls that cowl down, we don't know what his next move is, but I can tell you what the Batman Who Laughs next move is. You see, the Batman Who Laughs, he pulls up at Wayne Manor, and he is ready to throw down. He pulls out the sickle and chain, and he is ready for Bruce Wayne to come get this work. Because at the end of the day, he knows that this Bruce Wayne is the absolutely positively worst version of Batman. Man, once he transforms, because now he's at less than 5%. Actually, I want to say at this particular point, he has 1% left of healthy blood cells. So really doing anything will probably turn him. Even the Batman Who Laughs says this. He says that when he was about to turn, he had 1% left and he was going to try and use the last bit of himself to tell the family what was going on, and all it took was him to reach for a glass of water. And of course, we all know how that story played out. He killed the family and then turned immediately around and he drank that tall, frosty, ice cold glass of water. This is why the Batman Who Laughs knows that this Bruce Wayne is the absolute worst possible version of Batman. But he admits he'll make a damn good Batman Who Laughs. Because what can Bruce possibly do? If he overexerts himself, if he tries to fight him, he's gonna turn. And if he does nothing, the Batman Who Laughs gets exactly what he wants. But that's the trick. Bruce had the plan all along. He pulls the youngest and happiest version of Bruce Wayne from the Dark Multiverse and pulls him on over into our world. And when he does, this young Bruce, this childlike Bruce who's probably just got done playing football with Alfred, he literally freaks out because he sees the Batman Who Laughs and he's like, oh my god, what the hell is going on? And Bruce tries to save him and tries to usher him to safety and get him out of harm's way. He wants to use his Bruce as bait to trap the Batman Who Laughs. But the thing is, when all this is going on, the Batman Who Laughs reminds us what bats really are. They're mammals. They are mammals, the only mammal who knows how to fly because they evolved. The bat is the reminder to us that we can still grow, we can still evolve, we can still become the best versions of ourselves, and the best versions of ourselves always win, just like how the Batman Who Laughs evolved, and he always wins. Even when you think he's lost, he still won because this is chess, not checkers. He's playing the long game. While our Batman is always playing chess, not checkers, he's playing 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50 moves down the road. The Batman Who Laughs, he's playing wizard's chess. This man is playing 100 moves ahead at all times. He is playing 1,000 moves ahead at all times. He even explains that the reason why all those other Batmen that Bruce has seen, the ones he's pulled through the Dark Multiverse, the ones that Bruce has seen for himself, the reason why they're so happy is because they are selfish. They evolved. They moved past the mission. They didn't tie themselves down to some crusade. And it's at this precise moment that he's using, because at this moment, Batman has pretty much lost all of the good, healthy cells in his body, that the Batman Who Laughs reveals his masterstroke, his 1,000,000th move ahead of Batman, that he didn't need the kid. He didn't want the kid, because that's not the happiest version of Bruce Wayne in existence. All the time that they've been doing battle against one another, all he's done is reveal dark truths to him. But today, he's gonna tell him the funniest damn thing he's ever heard. That is right, the happiest Bruce Wayne is not that little boy, it's not any of the Bruces that the Batman Who Laughs has brought through the portals into our world. The happiest Bruce Wayne in all of existence is the Bruce who finally let himself go, the Bruce that finally pushed himself over the edge. He took the leap, he opened the door, and he becomes the best version of himself. Our Bruce Wayne, when he becomes the Batman Who Laughs. The final canister was never going to be a Batman from the Dark Multiverse. It was always going to be our Batman who becomes the Batman Who Laughs. This is what the Batman Who Laughs in-game was all about. It was all about pushing Bruce to the edge to become the darkest and worst version of himself, which in the Batman Who Laughs' eyes is the best version of himself. So now we have the answer that the happiest version of Bruce Wayne is the Bruce Wayne who becomes the Batman Who Laughs. And now we have it, we now have the answer, and we still have even more to go. There's so much stuff sprinkled throughout this book, and I even thought it was really cool because, last time it seemed like we were getting little messages in the last issue. We get a message in this one. It's not anything really like earth-shattering, but it does kind of tease what's going to happen in the end. If you go through the narration boxes, you'll see it. You'll see where it says, and you'll see it because I have notes here, but it says, I'm coming for you, I'm here, nothing left, take the leap, do it, the end. That's the hidden message that's sprinkled throughout this entire issue. But yes, the next issue, we should finally figure out exactly what all is going on, like how Batman is going to get out of this, because we do know that the Batman Superman series is coming up. I believe it is in August, where they are going to be going up against the Batman Who Laughs. And the 7th issue that they added in, I remember Scott Snyder and Joshua Williamson agreeing that this 7th issue that was tacked on was to kind of help flesh out and add in some more story beats that are going to tie into that Batman-Superman story arc. But man, this... It's been a great run so far. I've been really enjoying this, and man, I was really excited when I woke up and was like, all right, it's time to get on that Batman Who Laughs. Looks like we're gonna do it. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be fantastic. And guess what? It was. But anyways, let me know what you think about the Batman Who Laughs number 6. Sound off in the comments. So hey, you made it to the end of the video. Awesome for you. If you enjoyed this video, and if you made it this far, I don't see how you didn't, do me a favor. Hulk smash that like button. And if you want to see more awesome videos like this one, make sure you click subscribe so you can become one of Earth's mightiest subscribers. And tap that bell so you know when I post up. Also, feel free to go check out my Patreon, where if you chuck in $1, you can get early access to most of my videos up to a week early. And if you have time, make sure you swing by nerd901.com, where you can find more of my content as well as other amazing stuff. Anyways, until next time, I love you 3000 plus ultra!